Hey, Liam, can you hear me okay?
Hey, what's up? How you doing?
I'm good, man. You're here today with EA Automatic, and I just want to know a couple quick things. Where are you
What's
from? What's your day to day look like? That kind of stuff.
up? I'm relocated to San Diego here kind of recently. So my day to day is I'm up before the butt crack of dawn and in a wetsuit, and I've got flippers on usually. Can in the water, getting wet, and seeing what I can see with the lens. If that makes sense.
Gotcha. Sounds like a active and creative life. What's the financial side look like?
It's starting to look up pretty good. I mean, because in general, uh, not to be a spoiler here, but to my story, it's kind of feast or famine when it comes right down to it. I mean, anything creative, you're going to have good months and bad months, and wonder if you're going to have to get a side gig
Hmm.
to cash. But since seeing your ad and hearing what you had to say, and taking the plunge, it's looking up.
Very cool. Very cool. So you're kind of just looking for something more like a more predictable income, I guess, and that's how EA Automatic entered your radar.
Well, no, on Instagram, I saw your ad, and your honesty was what caught my attention more than anything else. You've been in the game for what, 20 years now? Two
Yes, sir.
decades?
Hmm.
That ain't too bad. And Anthony, too. I can't say enough about how comfortable everything is. I mean, I invested, but a grand
Hmm.
waters because, I mean, anything on the internet's going to be a little sketchy, at least for me anyway.
Yeah.
And in what, 3 months, 1,400? That's nothing to snap, That's nothing to sniff at, I guess.
Yeah, so a 40% profit. That's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
bad at
Is that
all.
the math?
Yeah,
yeah,
that is. You started with 1,000, now you're at 14. So
yeah, yeah,
that's not
yeah.
bad. Up 40% in 3 months. That's way better than the markets.
Yeah,
Um,
it's better than a kick in the throat, that's for sure.
gotcha. So people start small and then but then they kind of it just keeps growing. And
Yeah,
with help like guys like Anthony, that's really good. Um,
he's a cool cat.
Yeah, he's very easy. So one little quick last thing. If someone was juggling all these different things, and they're loving their craft, but
Mhm.
they're hating the cash swings, what would be your advice?
Hey, EA, check it out.
Yeah.
What do you got to lose? I thought about it. After this return, I'm looking at putting my savings in, and we'll see what happens. Uh, you never know when a barrel's going to come. You got to shoot your shot. Does that make sense? I know I
Uh,
keep saying it makes sense to me anyway. EA
it ma-
does.
it makes sense to the surfing and to the EA. Well, I really appreciate your time with us today.
Thanks.
Thanks, Liam, and good luck. I hope you get some great shots.
Yeah, you too.
All
Hang
right.
loose.